The Yankees have been demolished in the last 2 days, and it's beautiful. And here's the thing, 162 games will not lie to you. And we thought they were bad for a long time. Then they played good for a little bit. But now that we're in the playoffs, the 162-game picture they painted is very clear. They are who we thought they were. The Yanks are cooked. They've rolled out their best in Heel and friggin' Fried, and I love Max Fried. I wish this would have went a different way for him. He's one of my favorite pitchers. Looks like a good dude. I don't know. I really like him. But the Jays just absolutely tee off on these guys. The Yanks are down 2-0 in the series after getting outscored 23-8. That's insane. But here's the thing. Like I said, 162 games tells you who you are. The Yankees were bad all season. And when you get to the playoffs, you got to play a certain brand of baseball that plays no matter who's on the mound, no matter what offense you're facing. You have to be good on all sides of the ball in all departments of the game. And the Yankees are not very good in any of the departments other than the launching of baseballs. They're the number one offense in the league, but they let Trey Savage K him up 11 times in 5 1/3. That's 16 outs. 11 of them came via the K, and he left the game at 78 pitches, throwing a fucking no-hitter against baseball's best offense. Because in the playoffs, you got to play real baseball. You can't skate by hoping your pitching holds guys low enough for you to hit enough bombs to win the game. That's Yankee baseball, and that's not playoff baseball. I'm telling you right now, they're not coming back. They don't have it in them to come back. They're done. They're cooked, and I love it. And here's what's scary about the Jays. They had some time off, and it was good for them. Really good. They had 14 hits in game 1. And 15 hits in game 2, 29 hits and 23 runs in 2 baseball games. 8 of their 29 hits were bombs, which tells you they got pop in the lineup. They got some bang. They got some juice. They got it. They got the juice. And of the 29 hits, 8 of them were bombs, which means there's 21 left. 6 of those 21 went for doubles, which now puts it at 15 singles and 14 home runs and doubles. This is a team that will set the table and then clear it with Vladdy coming in, who's been 6 for 9 in 2 games with 2 jacks and 6 ribbies. He came up with the bases juiced. He didn't clear the bases. He cleared the whole plate and licked it clean. Didn't even have to put it in the dishwasher. He didn't even leave room for himself on the bases. He said, I'm just touching them. I'm just taking a little trip. I'm not staying anywhere. Clear them all off. Amazing. Varsho, 6 for 8, 2 home runs, 6 runs, 4 ribbies, accountable for 10 runs. 2 games. Kirk, 3 for 9, 2 jacks, 3 ribbies, 3 runs. These guys in Toronto know how to hit the ball. They know how to tax you offensively. They know how to jump on you early. They know how to ambush you. They know how to get into 2 strikes in battle. This is a dangerous team that's playing real baseball. They pitch the ball. They hit the ball. They play defense. They run the bases. They are a complete team as of right now, and they're playing good baseball. I don't care where they go. Doesn't matter to me. I don't think the Blue Jays care where they play. I think they would want to play again right now in the middle of nowhere just to get this thing over with. I think they love playing baseball right now so much that they're willing to do whatever. So they fly to New York. They're going to finish it in the Bronx. That's what they're going to do. It's as simple as that. They are going to take those 40-something thousand people, however many people fit in Yankee Stadium, and send them packing for the season. I friggin' love it. I love what they're doing over there. But this is the Yanks, and this is the Yanks we've seen all year, and it's just not good. And just like last year, they squeezed into the World Series because the rest of the AL wasn't very good. And the Yanks made it and got embarrassed by the Dodgers because the Dodgers scouting report was literally play good baseball and they'll blow it all themselves. 0 adjustments in the Yankees season from this one to what they finished on last year. 0. And I don't know who's to blame. I honestly don't even want to put it on Boone. If I was the front office, if I was in the front office and I was one of the guys that really truly made decisions and this season ended with Toronto, I would look at everybody in that room and say, hey, one, we got to get rid of Boone. Might not even be his fault. We've micromanaged him. We've basically made him do whatever, be our mouthpiece. We tell him what to do. He does it. We got to get rid of him. There's no respect for him from the fans. I don't think the players either, because when a player knows that a manager is just taking it from the top and saying, okay, whatever, how do you respect that? How do you respect the guy that's just there to pass along information, essentially? You can't. These are big leaguers. It showed when Max Fried said, I thought I had more when Boone took him out in that game that they lost. It showed when Jazz said, I don't know why I wasn't playing. I don't really like it. While shuffling through his shirts. I would say, hey, front office, here we go. It's gut check time for us. Do we want to win or do we want to be in control? Because I think we all got to swallow our pride, get rid of Boone, even though he might not be the problem. You got to let the fans know we're doing something. Get rid of Boone, and we got to get somebody in here that's going to run this organization and that is going to manage this team. Manage the team by themselves, not with us. We got to get the fuck out of the way and let somebody that knows what the fuck they're doing manage this team, because we're the goddamn Yankees and we can't keep losing, looking like shit, and being the laughing stock of the league. Insane. Whoever's running up there in the front office with the New York Yankees, check the fucking ego. Hire a manager that knows what the fuck he's doing and let him actually manage. And say sorry to Boone on his way out because you guys haven't let him do shit. All right, well, that's done. I'm good on that. My rant on the Yanks is over. What do we got next here? Oh, the Tigers. The Tigers and the Mariners knotted at 1 game apiece. The Tigers come out and they beat George Kirby. And then everybody's like, series over, because now you got Scooble Game 2 and Scooble Game 5. Impossible. And the fucking Mariners come out and they take care of Scooble. Polanco actually is the only one that took care of Scooble. He went 2 bombs, 2 solo shots, 2-2. They tie it up late in the game. Top of the 8th, Detroit does what Detroit does, which is just scrap, battle, not go away. They tie it up at 2. Then here comes the MVP. What do MVPs do? They come up clutch when clutch is needed. And Cal Raleigh, I said this earlier. How nice is it that when you're late in the game and your best hitter comes up to the plate and the other team puts a righty or a lefty in, he could say, doesn't matter, just move into the other side of the plate. The Tigers bring in the righty. Raleigh pulls up on the left side of the plate and rips a double down the right field line. And right behind him, Mr. Clutch himself in the postseason so far, which I love to see, Julio Rodriguez goes double down the other line, scores Raleigh, 3-2 ball game to tie it up. 1-1. Crazy. Detroit takes it 3-2, game 1 in 11. And then the Mariners come back and go 3-2, bottom 8, take a 1-run lead, close it out in the 9th. Here's what I think this right here, I think this series has the best baseball that's being played. 2 very good, scrappy, gritty teams. In my opinion, it really is like the best baseball that's being played right now. Between 2 teams. And I love to watch it, and I wish kids would watch it, and I wish people would watch it, because this is what baseball is supposed to be. It's supposed to be a grind of a game in the playoffs, and that's what these 2 teams are doing. They're grinding out. The Tigers had to grind out win number 2. The Mariners had to grind out win number 2. Or win number 1 for Tigers, win number 1 for Mariners. They had to grind these wins out. They had to work. That's what I like to see. And here's the thing, like, Seattle was rocking. First time they've been there in a long time in the playoffs. Detroit, I don't think they give a shit. You know, people are probably thinking they better wrap it up at home or else they got to go back to Seattle. They want to do that. I don't think the Tigers care. The Tigers packed the grit in the suitcase. They pack the fight. They pack everything they need. Right in the luggage, take it right with them. It doesn't matter where they're going. I think this series is going to be just like this all the way to the end. I believe in this Tigers team a lot more than I did right before this series started, and I believe in the Mariners more than I did before the series started too. Very crazy situation. I believe in both of these teams. I think the team that is going to win is going to earn it, and that's what I like. I don't think that anyone's going to be handed a game here by poor play, poor base running, poor defense, poor pitching, poor hitting, poor nothing. There's nothing in this series that is bad baseball in the first two games, and it's beautiful to watch. My favorite series by far. Oh, we got two more series going on. The Cubbies, they continue, in my opinion, their second half just stumble and rumble and bumble and try to survive, but the finish line for the Cubbies is in Milwaukee. Might be in Chicago, but I know the finish line is a Brewer. There's a finish line, and it says Brewers, and the Cubs are going to run through it, and it's going to be the end of their season. The Brewers are finishing the Cubs off. The Cubs are just not that good, man. There's another team. 162 games will tell you the truth. Were they good for the first 80? Yeah. Then the All-Star break came, and they were bad. They were so bad. And they made the playoffs. So now you have to go, okay, we have 162 games. Are the Cubs going to be good or are the Cubs going to be bad? You got both. And I don't think the Cubs are necessarily that good against the Padres. I think the Padres kind of shit the bed. Because that's what the Padres kind of had. They didn't have the sticks this year. You got to hit in the playoffs. All this mumble jumble about the pitching, this, that. You got to hit the ball. You have to score runs. The Mariners scored 2 off Skubal, the best pitcher in all of baseball. And guess what? That was enough because they scored 1 more off a reliever, and it was 3-2. The Tigers got to Kirby with a 2-run bomb. He's one of the best in baseball, too. You have to be able to hit. The Yankees got K'd up 11 times, 10 out of the first 12 outs. By that time, the score was 12-0, and they hit the relievers a little bit, but who gives a shit? You lost 13-7. It was never a ball game because you don't hit. And I'm not talking hitting bombs. I'm talking scrapping at bats away against pitchers that are good. So, yes, the good pitching teams are going to win pretty early. But the further you go in the playoffs, it's the teams that hit. You guys know that. I know that. The Jays are proving it. The Brewers, who we're going to get to in a minute. Actually, we're on the Brewers right now, aren't we? The Brewers prove it when they come out and they put up 9 in the first 2 innings with 0 home runs. That's a team that knows how to hit the ball. No home runs, 9 runs, first inning. 2 innings into the game, it's 9-1. Cubbies hit a solo shot in the first. Game ended, I think, 9-3. You got to hit the ball. Because in the playoffs, all the pitching is good. These guys are focused. They lock in. And when a big leaguer locks in for the playoffs, he doesn't make the same mistakes he makes in June at 2 p.m. when it's 100 degrees in St. Louis, and he's just trying to get the fuck out of there. Strikes, here, hit the ball. It doesn't matter. Playoffs, it matters. It matters. So the pitchers are dialed. The best pitchers on planet Earth are dialed in. If the hitters are up there doing what they've done all year, which is try to launch some bombs and hope they win, you're screwed. You got to put ABs together. Because teams like the Jays, who hit 8 home runs out of 29 hits, those are the teams that are going to be there. Those are the teams that get the single, get the double. Now it's second, third, or it's we just scored a run, we got a runner on second. Now we come up with the bomb. Now it's a 2-run bomb, we're up 3-0. It's getting your best player and Vladdy Jr. to the plate with the bases yacked and him having a disciplined, good at bat. He gets a first pitch off speed and he's a statue before it even leaves the pitcher's hand. I'm not swinging at whatever you're about to throw. I know you ain't grooving me a fastball. Discipline. He doesn't even move. And then he takes one freaking 400 feet to left field into the bleachers, and everybody goes nuts, and all of a sudden the game is 9-0. nail in the coffin in the third or fourth inning. I don't know. So you got to hit the ball. That's it. Because you're getting the best. And good pitching beats mediocre hitting. Good pitching beats good hitting when good hitting has no game plan. When they can't adjust because they haven't had to all year long. These are the kinds of things that playoff baseball is about, in my opinion, and the teams that are doing this right. Brewers have only played one game, but the way they've played all season long, I said it before, I'll say it again, it doesn't have to change. They don't need a different brand of baseball because the one they played for 162 games gave them the best record in the league. In all of MLB, it plays. It's consistent. It's scrapping at bats away. It's not striking out when you got two. It's choking up. It's putting the ball in play. It's making the defense work. It's speed on the bases. It's good pitching. It's everything. None of it's incredibly spectacular, but it's all very, very good, and that plays. The Cubbies just weren't there. They're not there. They're not going to win the series. They may get swept. I said 3-1 or 3-0. They may get swept. Then you go to the Dodgers. Dodgers and Phillies. This is going to be a series. A huge game one win for the Dodgers. Huge. Because going down 2-0 in a 3-game series or a 5-game series is a death sentence. But picking the first one up, and they will go home back to LA at the very least 1-1, possibly 2-0. Huge game for them. And they did it in typical Dodger fashion. They have such a lineup and such a pitching staff that you look at the end of the game and go, what the fuck do we have to do to beat these guys? Teoscar doesn't cut a ball off in the gap on a JT Realmuto 2-run triple. He doesn't cut it off. And it was the laziest thing, but it's also a lot of speculation. It was loud in there. It's the bank. A ball goes in the gap. It's a 0-0 game. You're scoring 1, maybe 2. It's loud. Everybody said Pages called him off because he has the much better arm, and he played it off the wall and gave Realmuto a triple. Either way, it doesn't really matter. It's the optics. It didn't look good. And people are going, why is Teoscar staying in the game? Why do you keep him in the game? Some dude tweeted, I would bench him immediately with that effort right now. Don't care if it's a playoff game. I want to find that guy's name because, I think it's like Doyle Media. And what happens? It's 2-0 all game long. Then you get who else other than Kike Hernandez? Double. Boom. 2 runs. 2 ribbies. Tie ball game. What do you know? They bring in the reliever, Strom. Guess who comes up to the plate with 2 runners on in a 2-2 ball game and hits a 3-run tank? What do you know? Teoscar Hernandez. That's why you put his ass in right field. Because every time he does some shit like that, he comes up to the plate and makes up for it, and you just trust history. Kike Hernandez, not great in the regular season. Playoffs, give me Kike over everybody. Teoscar Hernandez rolled through the season pretty well last year, got to the stinking playoffs, and was the man. What's he done so far in this one? Game-winning 3-run home run. What do you do? What do you do with this lineup when Kike gets you and Teoscar gets you? And then you look at the rest of the lineup and go, oh, you mean to tell me we didn't get beat by Ohtani, who went 0 for, 5 with 4 Ks? 0 for 4 with 4 Ks and a walk? Ohtani didn't hurt us? Oh, you mean Muncy didn't hurt us? You mean Mookie didn't hurt us? Freddie didn't hurt us? Will Smith had an AB or 2? He didn't hurt us? You're telling me all the All-Stars and MVPs in their lineup, they didn't get to us? But Kike and Oscar did? What happens when the rest of the lineup gets to us? What's that going to look like? Oh, and the pitching? Who did we face today? We faced Ohtani, who is an MVP, who is very good on the mound. And then in relief, we faced Tyler Glasnow, who's one of the best pitchers on planet Earth, and also a starter that we're going to see again in 2 or 3 days. He was just having a bullpen day. And then we got Vesia, who's just a little dog, gets out of a huge inning. 0.1, biggest out of the game, goes to Vesia. And then you got Roki Sasaki is closing. The guy that hasn't closed ever? So you're telling me the Dodgers had bullpen problems and they got enough Cy Young aces to roll through 8 2/3 of the game without using an actual reliever? How do you not look at this team and just say, how the fuck do we beat them? How is it possible? But I will say, it is baseball. Teoscar could have missed that ball by 1/10 of an inch, and it could have been a fly out instead of a 3-run bomb. Anything can happen. And if anybody, I think, can beat the actual Dodgers when they're playing well, it's the Phillies when they're playing well. So I'm not putting this series to bed by any means, but it is impossible to look at this roster that's been constructed by the Dodgers and not say, what the hell do we do? What do we do? What are you supposed to do? How? It's the greatest roster ever assembled on paper. You can argue with whoever you want on that. I wasn't alive for the black and white photos of those teams that existed, and I'm sure they were good, but I don't really care. In 2025, the Dodgers have built the greatest roster in history when healthy. It's as simple as that. So that's the recap we've got today. What do we got? Dodgers are playing today. Dodgers, Phillies, and we got Brewers, Cubbies. I think the Cubs are going to get swept or lose 3-1. I think the Dodgers are going to win the series. I'm not going to tell you how many games, what they're going to do. If it goes to 5, 0 surprise from me. If the Phillies win, 0 surprise from me. They're very good, but I just think the Dodgers. I think it's the. What can you say? What can you say? Yankees get a day off. They get to go lick their wounds and head back to the Bronx and probably get booed off the field in their last game of the season by their own fans, which I love to see. Bunch of idiots. And then we got the Brewers also playing tomorrow. And the Tigers head to Detroit, Motor City, for 2 against the Mariners, which is going to be good. So good. Again, Mariners, Tigers. My favorite series. Best baseball that's being played in the playoffs right now. I'm excited about watching that one again. And I'm excited for the rest of these. Excited to see New York hopefully get swept. That would be beautiful. Excited to see the Brewers continue to play the game the way they've played it all year and watch it play out in the playoffs. Excited to see the Dodgers lineup do what they do against what, if the Dodgers don't win the whole thing, I would want to see Phillies win it. I think they got guys that deserve it. I would like to see that. That's a great series. And then I don't know what's left after that. The Jays. The Jays, do they look like the most dangerous team in the league right now? Most dangerous team in playoffs between them and I'm going to say the Dodgers. Jays and Dodgers, World Series? Is it possible, or am I just too excited after 2 games? I don't think I am. Because if the Jays do this to the Yankees, I don't think they're going to have much trouble doing it to the Detroit Tigers or the Mariners. And if the Dodgers get past the Phillies, that means they're playing good baseball, and I don't see them struggling with the Brewers if the Brewers make it past the Cubs. Are we looking at a Jays-Dodgers World Series? I think we might be. This is the Hold My Ball podcast. Thank you for listening. It's the most exciting time of the year, and I'm live streaming. I'm giving you updates every single morning on what just happened in the league. This is the playoff push. I'm pushing out content every single day that there is a game. If there's a game on Monday, you're getting my recap Tuesday morning bright and early. So stay tuned, stay subscribed, keep liking these. I appreciate you guys so much. This is the Hold My Ball podcast. We'll catch you on tomorrow's episode. Same time, same place.